Okay, so the question was, when running reports, is there a way to filter by date without adding a date column to every report? So there were sort of two things I was going to show. We have in here reports, and if I just go away. Okay, so if I just so if I create a new report, and I just say, okay, I want the record ID, give it a title, and then put name, and let's just put appointment date. Oh, you don't want any date. Okay, so that's all right. So I've got no date in the report, but I want to know anybody who's got an appointment date equal to 7/21/22. Well, okay, so that's today. And save the report. I need Manny's music to play again, or something from Jeopardy, or some other.
While that's thinking, basically, if I were to need like a new range of dates.
Yeah, I'm going to show you that too.
Okay, perfect.
But I got to get this to move along here.
As I said, I hope it was quick.
Well, I got nothing. Oh, here we go. All right. So at least I've got some spinning activity. All right, so there's nothing here. So I'm going to come in to the record status dashboard, and I purposely had this one sitting here waiting for you. So I'm going to make an appointment for today. Oh, let me do the survey. All right, so schedule this for 4 o'clock today. Back to English so you're not confused. Submit this. Okay, so now come back here and I run that little delete this report. Now I've got it, but I didn't include the date in the column, right? That is what you're asking, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the first part of what you're asking. I think I anticipated the second part of what you're asking. So yes, you don't need the appointment date, or you don't need a date field in your output to use it as a filter. Now, for those people who have all keep coming in here and I sympathize with you greatly. You come in here for a date range and you want a greater than and less than, and there is none. I don't know about this starts with and ends with. You know, they're looking for greater than and less than, but let's see. Okay, so this is, what if I change this to 720? Save it. View it. No. All right. So I've not known any greater than or less than to work. So what you need is a formula. And so I have this, I'm still in, delete this. So I have here in my reports, I want to know if there are any appointments scheduled for today. So if I click in this and run it, then I get it. If I look at the report itself, then there is syntax here for an advanced filter logic. I will put this into chat just in case anybody cares. Oh, I entered 2021. So now I got to go back and check. All right, so let me come back to my delete this. Oh, how did that happen? Nope, still doesn't work. Good eye, Michael. I missed that entirely. So in theory, this should pick up an appointment for anything between the 20th and the 25th, but it doesn't. The only thing that works for date ranges or for dates in particular is the advanced logic. So here is advanced logic for this particular project, looking at today versus my date that I'm curious about, and doing a date diff, which is the difference between this date, today's date, where it's less than tomorrow, because 1 would be tomorrow, and less than yesterday, because -1 is yesterday, which means leaves it today. So if I wanted tomorrow, I've got, oh, I thought I had tomorrow in here. Tomorrow, I'll just tell you, would be, you would just change this to 0 and 2. So that's tomorrow. If you wanted 30 days, you could make it 0 and 31, something along those lines, something that gives you a difference between the due date, 2 dates, and it will bring them all in. The scheduler complete is irrelevant to the formula. It was a requirement for me that somebody actually completed this scheduler, because there's no use showing an appointment if they never completed the schedule. So this is again irrelevant to the formula that's showing here, but that's the way you have to go about it. So do you see what I'm saying, Jenna? Is that answer your question?
That's perfectly helpful. Thank you.
Okay. If you have trouble with this logic, don't hesitate to reach out. Some of this is found in how to do a formula. So if you went to calculated fields and looked at date diff, or just queried date diff in help, you know, came over here to the help and frequently asked questions and type in date diff, they'll give you some information. Like in this case, I'm looking for days. If you wanted months, that's you know, a separate, a capital M versus minutes. All those kinds of factors for returning your value are in that date diff explanation that's in help. Okay.
Excellent. Thank you. This is exactly what I was looking for. Thanks.
You're welcome. Kelly.
Yes, hello.
Hello. So I got to show your problem, because what mess that is.
Yeah.
And I get back to bugs again, and I don't know what to say about this. So I just want to I'm gonna, so this, oh, did you delete the original? Oh,
No, I didn't delete anything.
PT, oh,
Oh, there it
PT
is.
report, oh, here it is,
Yeah.
here it is, here. Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So if I run this is, and I'll show you the output. So the output is 3 lines here. All right. The way her project is set up, she's looking for all these different things, but this, and she's looking for a certain participant, number 33. So she's filtering for number 33. I can tell you right now that she should see over 50 different rows of data, because this is a repeating instrument, and she should be able to see something for each one of those instances. So I created a copy here, and I'm just going to go to jump over to edit, and I didn't put in all the stuff you put in, just because once I could get this. So I mean, I was using this for test. This should be there. This should return everything. All right, and I'd be interested to add all the rest of those variables in. It shouldn't matter. But what I did here was take out the subject number, the study ID. Okay, I took that out because I wanted to see everybody. And I know that you were only looking in this TX event. And
we were looking at all 3. So
yes. But the fact that you couldn't get anything for one event, which I knew had 50, I just wanted to cut it back to the most basic and see what I could do. So I went with this, and I put a live filter in for study ID, because I thought that might help me see if this is working at all. because what I see is I mean, this looks like a bug to me. The
Mhm.
fact that you're getting nothing back, but notice we are getting all the repeat instances for a record ID or sub-study ID. So if I
What is
use,
the difference between setting that live filter as study ID and just setting a regular filter as the study ID?
well, the only,
Oh, I see it now.
yeah, because you
Mm.
can, you know, select, and I wanted 33 to see if it would show up. And
I see.
in this case, it was 33, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, wait, now, if I remove that completely, I could have sworn. See, 33 is showing up here.
Mhm.
It's got them all. But
Mhm.
now if I ask for 33, it disappears.
Mhm.
So something is messed up here. I
Mhm.
can't return that, and I have no idea why.
Mhm.
So I'm going to report it to Vanderbilt, ask them for help. I'm getting really slow responses from there. And I don't know if other people are seeing this. This is where somebody asked a question if, um, Namunga asked this about, can something be project related? I have seen things that certainly appear to be project related.
Mhm.
And I don't know that as the case. So here's an example. I don't mean to give you a longer explanation than you want. You can see right now that I'm unable to generate what you want. But for example, there's somebody that's using Twilio
Mhm.
and wants to send notifications or, you know, alerts to people using text messages. Well, people do that in all kinds of different projects. Set up Twilio, then in the alert notification, they identify whether they set up Twilio first to say, okay, do I want to use, what phone number is the one that I want to use? So this person group sets up their project. We go to identify the field for the Twilio is supposed to use that has been created and validated as a phone number, and it will not show up in their project. They cannot select the phone number field
Mhm.
to connect to Twilio.
Mhm.
That's the only project I've seen that in, and I have no idea where to begin with that because that's just a simple configuration step. That isn't even
Right.
going past something like you are. But
Mhm.
you, I mean, I went into the backend database, I checked to make sure everything was there. And then again, once I finally built this to take a look at it, I can see that everything is here.
Mhm.
For 33, here's everything that should show up.
Right.
So at the moment, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
I will be sending it to Vanderbilt to ask
Mhm.
for help, but I don't know.
Yeah, I appreciate you and your teams looking at this and spending time with it. Yeah, I mean, I spent so much time on it and I couldn't figure it out, so it isn't super surprising that it wasn't an easy fix. And I appreciate you talking to Vanderbilt about it. But for now, it seems like we can see all the IDs if we have all the IDs, so we'll just work with that for now.
All right. I guess I would just say again, I mean, you're not new to REDCap by any means. And I would say again that if you've spent, especially as an advanced user, like I consider you at least an intermediate, if not advanced user, then
Mhm.
I would not spend much more than 20 minutes on something that you know you're doing right.
Okay.
Reach out to us right away, because I don't want you to be frustrated with this, which
Mhm.
I am.
Mhm.
That's my job. That's what I'm paid for. I have to figure out why. And your original logic made perfect sense. You picked up
Mhm.
your original logic in your report, asked for, which is going to get me one. This is, did I change this? I hope not. Is that this one? Oh, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I changed it because I was, yeah, patient report. This is the one I copied right after patient report after P2. All right, so what I did here was take out the study note ID.
Oh, you can keep it out. I mean, it seems like it doesn't even do work, so I'm just gonna
Okay.
keep it out for now.
All right, but when you did, you tried the filters, you tried to see everything at
Mhm.
once. You had all these fields from different events, and so you set this up correctly in my mind. And to see it not work on the most basic level implies to me that there is a bug of some kind. So
Mhm.
anyway, I will see what I can do with Vanderbilt.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you so much, Dory.
You're welcome.